So recently I've been having to start over with some fitness stuff, and it got me to thinking about all the times I've had to start over on my fitness journey. And keep in mind, I was a personal trainer and nutritional consultant for a long time in my life. It's what I did. And at one point along that line, I had gotten so sick, like a year and a half, 2 years of extreme vertigo and nausea to where I couldn't sleep at night. And there was a lot of things that happened there. And it sucked. It did suck, but I went overnight I was going from being a trainer to suddenly I couldn't even really work out myself. So I changed to where I was writing about things and whatnot. But once I finally got through that, I had to start over again. And there's a certain humiliation I feel like that comes from being a fitness professional and suddenly you're like, I have to start over with my running, with my squats, with everything. Suddenly I can't do that much, right? And it's funny because if I was talking to a client, I would be like, it's okay, everybody starts somewhere. But it seemed more embarrassing when you're in the field and that happens to you. Well, I'm going through another start over in a lot of ways because I was dealing with extreme fatigue for quite a while and gut issues. So more things came up where I had to start over again. And it just got me to thinking that, but that's the cycle. That's what happens. I think rarely do we get to just like keep up on something and nothing ever gets in the way. Look at how many athletes have injuries and they have to start over again. And I'm not just talking about fitness, this happens in so many different areas of our life. But I think the measure isn't whether we have to slow down and pause on something for a while. The measure is if we're willing to try again, if we're willing to give it the effort again. It's the willing to get back up again. If you are someone who is having to start over again in any part of your life, you're not alone. We all have to go through it in some way, shape, or form. But the trick is just knowing that's okay and knowing that as long as you're getting back up and doing something, and sometimes you have to change how you're doing it, but getting back up and doing something, you're winning. That's where you're showing your grit, even if you have to start over again. And sometimes you can go from something, you start one career and something happens, and when you're ready to start again, you start a whole other career. Sometimes when you're in your fitness, you end where you're doing heavy lifting and suddenly you're doing yoga because that's what your body can handle, and that's okay. So just wanted to put that out there. I was going through it myself, and I've been through it a lot of times in my life, and it just made me think how many people I hear beat themselves up about it because I've beat myself up about that kind of stuff. How often people beat themselves up for having to start over again, and they lament it, and then life sucks, and it's like, no, it's okay. You're, we're going to go through it many times. It's okay. Just enjoy the process as much as you can, and just know that you're a badass for just getting up and doing it again. You got this. So I hope that helps. Just speaking my mind on what I'm going through as well. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon.